What up? It's your boy Scuba Steve.
And I'm the Sodaholic.
And I'm your guy, LaChancla.
But how can you be a guy if you're a shoe? That don't make sense. I don't really get it. Anyways, we're back again for another podcast talk with your boy guest Adrian. Say hello.
Hello, my guys and girls.
I
don't discriminate.
You gotta be inclusive. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a wild week because it's windy.
It's
outside.
very windy outside.
It's been
a wild year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that.
With what's going on and what I read on social media and stuff. It's crazy what people think, and I mean, don't get me wrong. It feels like it. I mean, it's scary outside, right? I mean, like everyone's getting sick and everything and all that kind of stuff. But a lot what I've been seeing is that it's just like, what if this virus mutated into like zombies? Like, do you think we could survive a zombie apocalypse right now?
Heck no.
I mean, I guess we could start with like as a general in the world. Do you think the world can survive the zombie apocalypse?
Probably not.
Yeah, I doubt it.
What makes you guys say
what
no?
do you mean? Define the world. Do you mean like humanity on world?
Yeah.
Or like all of life on Earth?
Humanity. I mean,
I'm sure there would be like a few who like made it out, like Bear Grylls drinking his piss all the time. He's the only one who built up an immune
That's
system.
a good point.
But I think as a whole, in general, nah, I do not.
Do you think if Bear Grylls drank zombie piss, do you think he'll turn into a zombie?
Well, I mean, I don't know how zombies work.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So I don't think drinking their pee would make you a zombie. But like
they chase someone and they're like, you know what? I gotta take a piss, so like I'll catch up later.
Well, I guess. Well, it depends. I guess going back to the first question about the survivability, do you think it depends on the type of zombie, or is it just the human race just can't handle zombies?
I think humans right now cannot handle zombies.
Yeah.
Humans, there's a large portion of people who can't handle being inside their house right now, let alone a zombie apocalypse.
But the 1987 human race can. I mean, they had everything. They had drugs and
rock and roll,
Miami, and so no matter the zombie, you think that's it. I was watching The Walking Dead. I'm rewatching The Walking Dead right now, and I'm on season 2, like almost done with season 2. And I, have you guys watched it?
I have not watched it. I never really got into that show, but I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, I've never really watched The Walking Dead, but I've heard a lot about The Walking Dead. So I mean, I know the premise. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it starts out pretty good. As a TV show, it starts out pretty good, and then it kind of just declines. But that's a different discussion. I'm watching through the first season, and for those of you who haven't watched it, I'm going to spoil it anyways because I don't care. You find out that that everyone is infected with with this virus, this unknown virus, and so even if you die, you're gonna just get reincarnated as a zombie, and then this is the whole universe and stuff. These zombies, they eat, right, and they just consume things, just animals and humans and just flesh, right, and during the beginning of season 2, you see Rick and Daryl searching for Sophia, who just ran after something happened. And Rick and Daryl are searching in the forest and stuff, and they see a zombie, and they go up to the zombie, and they straight murk the dude. And to to see if the zombie ate Sophia or not, because they don't know where she's at. They want to make sure, so they killed the dude or the zombie. They open up the guts, right, to get into the stomach, and then like, you know, it reveals that the dude ate a squirrel or some shit, right? But as I was watching that scene, I was thinking like, can zombies, like, can they poop and pee? You know? Because like they can eat, but what are they gonna do with that consumption, right? Are they just gonna fill up? Is it gonna be like Attack on Titans, you know? Like they just eat humans and then they just puke it out again? Like, no, like what do you guys think?
That's a good question.
Well,
I mean, like they were once humans, so I think they still have that like human characteristic of like defecation and urination and shit like that, but I don't know. I think I would assume so. I would assume
I think it depends on what kind of like disease that makes people zombies, because like if they're really dead, well, body organs need food and like nutrients to live in the first place, but like that's a really hard question. I don't know how you would. I think if they did eat, they would obviously have to get rid of it some way, like poop or pee it out. But like, I feel like if the person was really dead, they wouldn't have to eat. They just bite stuff just to bite stuff, because I like it all just depends on like how alive that person is as a zombie,
right? Because
if they're if their body still needs nutrients to live, they're obviously gonna have to eat.
Yeah. Like how far they are into being a zombie, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think in this The Walking Dead world, once you get murked, you turn full into a zombie. You see that in the last episode in the first season, where like their brain just completely shuts off, and then after a while, something turns back on, and I forget, but it's just like a little part of your brain where it's just like makes you alive, but not really alive. Like you don't have emotion or anything. You're just up, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that would be my end. I feel like I think I'm safe because the zombie's taking a piss. But, like he'll just turn around and eat me while he's still pissing. That would be upsetting.
That's terrible. That sucks.
Just imagine a world where you know, if they do piss, it's like they don't even really think about it, right? Because they don't have consciousness. They just piss whenever they want to. Kind of like babies.
Huh.
Putting two dots together. Zombies or babies are the same thing.
I mean, if you think about it, they try to eat anything, so just saying.
But would zombie babies, would they be able to do anything? Because like if they're babies, and let's say they're like newborn babies, so they don't even have any teeth yet, how are they gonna like infect you or eat you? They're just gonna be gnawing at your toes, and you'll be like, ah.
Get off.
Well, do you think zombies as a general? Do you think even if you like get scratched or anything, get in contact with a zombie, you get infected because like there's the transfer of fluids, rather
well,
it be
I don't
sweat
understand
or
how
blood?
like if we're talking about like The Walking Dead, like I never see any of those people wash their hands. They always look dirty, and they always have cuts on them, and like they're always touching their face and wiping their head and wiping their eyes or picking their ears. I'm like, bro, contaminants. But if they're fine from that, then I mean I'm sure a baby won't be able to do that much damage.
yeah, that's if you let a baby touch you, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how like the transfer of like disease from or whatever the zombie disease from person to person works, but like if it is just like a bacterial infection, like those people in the movie would probably be dead or zombies pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. going back to the first question, you're gonna be. Oh wait, no. Before we move on, it just reminds me of the conversation that me and the Soda Holic had a while back about zombies and sex.
Huh?
I don't know if you put it up or not.
What the hell?
Remember? Okay, so I guess we could have this discussion again to get these.
Now that we have two more, yeah.
Yeah. But I was thinking about this for a while. In middle school, it's kind of funny. I was just talking to my friends, but like, I wonder if you had sex with a zombie, right? Do you turn into a zombie after you do the business?
I mean,
because like there's transfers of liquids.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
but like, when you put in like the logic of like biology and stuff like that, when you with another person, you don't become that other person. But like with the zombie, I feel like you'd become like maybe like 10% of a zombie after that. But your baby would be half. You know what I mean? You've lost some of your human to a zombie.
I feel
so now your baby's gonna be like half and half zombie maybe. Unless I don't know. It's just.
So that just mean they're half brain dead. Or
the baby?
Yeah.
Well,
if they're half zombie, then you're just gonna be like,
Well, to back up from there, it's like, well, can a zombie reproduce? Right? Can a male zombie produce semen, or can a female zombie produce eggs?
I think
I don't know what it
goes back to like how much of their body is actually dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that zombie is like. Alright, cause movies don't do very good job of describing how badly a zombie is a zombie, or how badly their body is destroyed.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at it like in a perspective like that zombie has a disease and you're doing it with that zombie, you're definitely gonna get that disease that the zombie has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the way I'm
no avoiding it.
That if a zombie can poop and pee, they can produce eggs. Eggs for me to fertilize. So as far as
no, that's not the same thing.
Okay.
That's not the same thing, because like there are normal people in this world that cannot produce semen, or they cannot produce you can't produce eggs.
Who don't have eggs.
Your eggs won't be able to like, you won't be able to like have a baby because like your eggs, there's something wrong with the eggs. But
well, this person who died and became a zombie could produce eggs, and they did.
Oh my god.
But I'm pretty sure that those eggs would be dead because your body is pretty much dead at that point.
Yeah.
But then I gave it life, if you know what I mean. Heyo.
Oh dang.
Damn.
Speaking of life, so hypothetically, what would happen if the zombie was able to have kids? Do you think the zombie would come out half zombie?
Be done.
I think that baby would be full zombie because if we're looking at it at the standpoint from that zombie is a disease, then that baby is gonna have that disease.
So
if we're looking at zombie as being biological, it'd be half zombie and half human.
Half zombie, half human.
Well,
yeah.
what if that's the cure? What if the cure isn't like something we can produce, like in a laboratory, but with our hearts? Did you guys see that movie that was like released 12 years ago about zombies when they fall in love, they come back to life? It was a stupid movie, but
I know what you're talking about.
It was like warm bodies. That's what it was called. It was a stupid idea, but like I thought it was funny. Like he saw a hot girl, was like, oh, I got a boner, now I'm alive.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
Dang, if only that's how it worked.
Imagine. I watched this. There's this TV show. I think it was on Spike or something. When Spike TV was a thing. It's like a Z Nation or something like that. It's like a knockoff to. It's like when you ask for mom for Walking Dead and mom says, "Oh, Walking Dead,
Walking
Dead
at home."
We got Walking Dead at home.
And it's Z Nation. I mean, it was not a bad TV show. I haven't finished it, but it wasn't bad. But I think after in the second season, I watched it a long time ago. the second, third season, this guy that I want to tell the whole story, but it will take me days to talk about it. But essentially, there's this guy who's like the cure because he got bit, but he didn't get infected. So there's like this group of people that are gonna send him to like, you know, kind of like The Last of Us, the premise of The Last of Us, right? And so somewhere along the ways, this dude, this half zombie, half human dude, you know, has sex with a zombie or something. He has sex with someone, and then that person produces a baby, and the baby is zombie. Is like well, I don't think it's 100. I don't remember if it was 100% zombie, but like a big chunk of it was a zombie, and that baby was like the savior of like humankind and zombies. Right? And so like people are like, you know, searching for this. I may be wrong. I forgot. I haven't watched the show in like 20,000 years, but like I remember that episode when the baby was being born and like it came out and it just had fangs and it was just blue. And it was just like, ugh, ugh. You know, and it was like that conversation we had about ugly babies. You know, a while back.
Yeah.
That was an ugly baby.
Remember that one.
You know,
that was an ugly
can you
baby.
imagine being the scientist who suggests having intercourse with a zombie to see what happens? Can you just like? I wonder if like that, like those out of the ballpark type suggestions is like going down. Like, we need to find a cure for this disease, and the scientist is like, have you guys tried mixing semen with it?
That's hilarious.
So far, nothing else has been working.
This guy's just like, man, I only have one last opportunity. I don't know what else to do,
but I'm gonna try it out.
Gotta go all out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it is what it is.
That petri dish is looking kind of thick to me right now.
That just gave me a terrible imagery.
Oh, the petri dish is too far, but not having sex with a dead body that's reanimated. Okay, I'm sorry.
Good point. Oh man.
What is that movie where Will Smith is the last person alive? I think it is during a zombie apocalypse.
It's I Am Legend.
Oh, okay. I was getting it mixed up with iRobot, and those are like pretty much the same thing, almost. One is robots and one is zombies.
Well, I mean, the zombies are not really zombies. They're like infected people that like. It was like because Will Smith and a couple other doctors like working on the cure for cancer. No, it wasn't Will Smith, his character. It was like scientists found a cure for cancer, but it ended up mutating and turning people into like mutants and shit.
It's
and then,
always like,
I know, right?
Like as if cancer wasn't bad enough.
Yeah. I watched the mini. It was like a webisodes or something that I watched, and that's creepy. Just like the origin stories and all that kind of stuff. It's just like. It's like it makes me think about like what kind of zombies make me scared the most, right? Because there's like the Walking Dead zombies where they're kind of like sluggish and slow, and then you got like 28 Days Later where they're just like boosting through like they're fucking the Flash.
Those ones scare the shit out of me.
Bro, yeah, man. I think going back to the first question earlier about would you survive? Like me personally, for me to answer that question for myself, it depends on the type of zombies in the world, right? If I was in The Walking Dead, in the situation where it was The Walking Dead zombies, I think I'll be chilling, right? I mean, they're a little bit slow and I'm kind of fast, right? So I'll just zoom out of there. But if the zombies are faster than me, well, I mean, I'm gonna just,
accept your fate.
See, I like the Walking Dead zombies because they're like walking. They're walking. They're called walkers. Like, my fat ass has a chance. I walk slightly ahead of them. I call bullshit on some of the stuff that happens on The Walking Dead, like people dying everywhere. Like, one of the things, I mean, this is about all zombies, I guess, but like one of the things that the walkers pay attention to is sound. They're attracted to sound. So, like, what if it was raining, like, super hard? Are they just going to be walking in circles because, like, there's
that'd be hilarious,
man. I mean, I could just get, like, a Bluetooth speaker, throw it over the side, and can you imagine me running away? Not even running. I'm just walking away from a horde of zombies while it plays Gummy Bears.
I am a
Bro,
gummy
that'd be
bear.
so cool.
That'd be helpful.
And wouldn't the sound of all the zombies walking be, like, distracting all the other zombies.
See, that's what I'm saying, because they always moan. Like, it'd be like a never-ending staring contest, because they can't close their eyes. Because they're fucking dead.
Well, I mean, the zombies know they're... Oh, I don't know. I don't freaking know. That's a good point. I never really thought about that way. I kind of just thought about, like, do they poop or pee?
Which is a valid question.
I wonder what their genitalia does do.
But going back, what kind of zombies, if hypothetically we were in a zombie apocalypse, what kind of zombies would you be afraid of?
The zombie dogs from Black Ops 2.
Oh God, yes.
Got him.
Oh man, bro, just imagine.
Fetch me their soul.
Fetch me their soul.
Yeah, imagine just like chilling at like McDonald's or something, having a Big Mac, and then you just hear, "Fetch me their soul."
Yeah, no, I'd probably just kill myself, to be honest.
What was that? Oh my gosh. Oh no.
No.
He's like, well, this was fun.
Well, it's been a good life.
I think the difference between like zombie humans and like zombie dogs is like dogs are like ferocious.
Dogs,
especially like wolves, because they came from wolves. So like their sense of animalistic like attacking people that's like scary.
Yeah.
You just
like if they came from wolves, maybe they too can be domesticated. Like, what if Adrian they're charging Adrian, and then Adrian's like, I just want to I'm gonna give up, but I want to just try, and he throws a ball, and then they turn around and catch it.
Bro,
maybe super violently, but they catch it anyways.
Awesome. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Well, I mean, technically, they did fetch that soul, if you know.
It's a game of you're playing a game.
Ooh.
Nah, I would be scared. I'm scared of like Doom isn't a scary game, but like Demons from Hell, that's like Hellbent on bloodshed.
Oh hell no.
That would scare me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would.
Oh hell
no.
Yeah.
All right, top that, Scoop Steve.
I just I can't. I won't. I just feel like yeah, I feel like if zombies were faster than me, I don't think I could make it. Animal zombies, yeah, F that, bro. Those are wild, man. But like, have you guys ever played The Legend of Zelda?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Ocarina of there's the ones in Ocarina of Time and the ones from Wind Waker. Have you guys played one of those or anything about them?
I have not.
I don't remember zombies in any Legend of Zelda, so I probably haven't played those games.
Right. Well, anyways, in those games, in Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, especially those two games, they have these. They're not zombies. They're undead. Right. They're like reincarnated. They're just.
Wait, which ones are you talking about? Because I have played Wind Waker for sure.
I'm talking about both. They both have undead.
No, but like
right?
which? Not characters, but like which? What are they called in the game?
Undead.
That doesn't help at all.
Well, I think in the first game, they're called the undead, I believe, something like that. On Ocarina of Time, and Wind Waker, I forget what they're called, but they're twice as creepy. But I don't think I would survive in that environment either, because in these games where you're just like walking down a cave or like this temple, right, and then you see this dude just hunched down, just like chilling, just looking at the floor, and you're like, yo, what's up, my guy? Well, how's it going? And then he like looks at you and you freeze, and it like makes this loud noise.
Oh,
it's like,
I know what you're talking about.
You're just like, yeah, and you're just like frozen in place, and they start walking towards you like hella slow. Man, I don't think I could do that, bro. And Wind Waker is twice as scary because it's just like there's more facial features, right?
Yeah.
They look like there's more like character to them. And the sounds are just creepy, bro. So just like imagining in a world where like I'm just like walking down back to my crib, and then I just see a dude slump, and I'm like, hey bro, get up, and he's just like and you're just like, oh well, fucking
pretty much.
See, at least for you have hope for yourself. I honestly believe if there was a zombie apocalypse, anything like it, I'm gonna die because of dumb, stupid reasons, I'm gonna find a puddle of water. I'm gonna drink out of it just to look up to see that a zombie's been bleeding into it the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Well.
I think the reason why I would die is because I've never shot a gun in my life. So I mean, I don't think I would be able to survive.
Just use a knife.
But I am a quick learner, so maybe I can learn how to shoot very fast.
Pull the trigger. Sounds easy enough.
You just aim and then blam. Easy. Watch, I'll show you right here. You take a pen and you're just like throw it like you got like from Modern Warfare 2 when Soap got stabbed. You take out the knife and then you kill General
But if
Mustache.
zombies are as tough as they are in like shows and games, that zombie ain't going down in time before it bites me or something.
You know, I found out. Well, I don't know if it's true or not. I was watching this YouTube video of professionals reacting to video games. Mm-hmm. You know, military people.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That kind of stuff.
Oh, I love that. I love that channel.
Yeah. I've been watching a couple of them episodes or like those videos, and I recently watched the one with the doctor reacting to Dead Space, and the dude was talking about how because in Dead Space there's a scene where you're walking and then you see like one of the antagonists like stabbing a dude in the head, and the doctor was like, that's not possible. It'll bounce back out because the head is like strong. You gotta like have serious pressure and force to like stab it right through the head.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll believe him. I mean, I don't know. I haven't stabbed a dude in the head and I haven't seen it. I don't know. But
the human skull is pretty thick.
Yeah. And so, after watching that and hearing what the doctor was saying, I was like,
I know, right? I've been lied to.
People in The Walking Dead, people in The Walking Dead straight up just like yeet a dude in the head like it's just
or
like
a
Swiss
watermelon.
cheese, right?
Well, I wouldn't really look at them for like a basis of reality. They fucking slap a head and they die. Like what? You're telling me that scrawny ass little screwdriver reached the brain? Like at what point does it kill the brain? Does it just have to make contact? Because that they be using small ass blades, and then be like, he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, I think to be fair, if a zombie is like as infected and like their body is pretty much dying anyways, I feel like they're pretty fragile. Like,
yeah.
If you think about it logically, their body is already pretty much shut down, and just putting more pain on top of that wouldn't they should be pretty fragile, you would think, right?
Yeah, see, I was thinking about that too, because when you progress through the Walking Dead series, you notice that the zombies are like becoming more mushy,
mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And so the head is a lot more easier to stab through than if they were recently infected, right? And so yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like my skills as a zombie fighter would be average, I guess.
Well, I mean,
I would aim for the balls first, bang, and then the zombies be like, ow, ah, and I'll be like, oh, my theory is correct. You do have balls.
I feel like if I had a sword or a bat, like those bats with the nails on it, I'd be the most effective because I already know how to play baseball, so I'd be pretty good.
True.
You said I'm
got that swinging motion.
I played freaking Ninja Gaiden. Ching, ching, ching. Do you guys think you would survive in a setting like Dead Rising, like in a mall, and there's like a whole bunch of zombies?
No, because who the heck carry? First of all, I don't carry any weapons with me, so if it starts while I'm at the mall, I'm dead.
I feel like.
But think about it, in the game, everything's a weapon. Everything's a weapon.
That's right? True, but I'm gonna reach an escalator that's shut down, and I'm gonna be like, man, I don't want to walk these up.
And then just die.
Just die right there. No one touches me.
Oh well. Yeah, no. I feel like
It is.
I feel like at the beginning I'd have that giant adrenaline rush, and then after that I would just be like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of this. I want to go home.
I'm just gonna go.
You know, I'd rather not.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing. These are stupid zombies, right? They like, you could literally walk past these dudes, right? And without them, like, you know, touching you. Well, they will touch you, but like, you could dodge them easy and just run away. You know.
So I feel like, can you imagine zombies that just touch you, like just constantly pat you, like always invading your personal space?
Oh, I feel like that'd be more terrifying, to be honest.
Sounds like babies or toddlers.
I don't want to eat your brain. I just want to touch you. Come here.
Come here.
Come here, man. Come here.
Please, what? Yeah, they're not really zombies. They're just drug addicts. just let me touch you, please.
I'm a lonely man. Please.
I always like to imagine, like, what if Slender Man was real and he was like walking the streets of the cities at night, and it was just a thing that you had to look out for. Like, you know, some people have to look out for coyotes at night. Like, it was just, what if we just add Slenderman to the mix?
Oh, heck no.
I would hate that.
Oh, imagine
imagine
Siren Head. Have you guys heard of Siren Head? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll just stay inside.
Is that the dude with
the two, the sirens on his head? Yeah. That thing's terrifying.
Yeah, I don't think I would not go camping. Camping, dude.
I remember there was this one time this guy fucking scared the hell out of me because I used to live in a house where the mailbox was right outside, and I'm lazy. I was told to go check the mailbox, and so of course I waited to the middle of the night. So I'm walking outside. It's around like midnight. And I'm checking the mailbox, and then I hear someone panting, and I turn around and I see this guy at the end of the neighborhood, full on sprinting towards me. And like I got freaked out, and I had my keys on me, and I put them in between my knuckles, like, you know, one of those blade things, and he just runs past me. I'm like, what the man?
just like
how are you gonna full on sprint towards me and then not try to kill me? Come on.
Like, I'm asking for
it. Do better, man. Like, what, man? I want to see a little bit like anger or something, you know? Like, give me something to fight for. Y'all are boring.
Man, I thought this was going to be cool.
You proceed to chase after him, and then like you punch him. Here, let me show you how it's done.
And then you accidentally kill him, and he's like, "Oh, well, maybe I should have done what he told me to do."
Well, it is what it is.
Oh man, that's funny.
All I know is if my skills translate from Call of Duty, I'm living about 100 rounds.
I don't care if I hear fetch me their souls every 2 rounds. I'll fetch them death.
They'll have to fetch my hands. Got them.
You just hear slapping noise.
If your traits from Call of Duty transferred to real life, you know you'd be a lot easier to kill, right? Like, you'll be playing with your knife, it'll drop on your foot, and be like, oh, and then you'll die.
Well, I mean, but if they also translate from Call of Duty, that means I'm taking about 5 bullets before I die. So
yeah,
I'm good with that.
Like
I'm good with that trade.
Shot in the head. I'm gonna be just walking to class, and then some dude's gonna shoot a rocket launcher, but it's gonna like hit from a distance. And I'm gonna just be like, ah, ah. Just walk away.
Oh.
I'm dolphin diving everywhere.
Every step you take.
Every step you take.
Copyright.
I'll be right there.
Oh, dang it. But, you know, I think if we were transferring those skills from COD to real life, I think I'll be kind of average in living my life. I think I'll do a lot of running. A lot more running.
That's facts.
I'd do better if it was Halo.
Well, What do you guys think? How long will you guys live in a zombie apocalypse? What is your go-to weapon?
A bagel?
Yeah, think about it.
Death
it's
bagels?
It's one item, and then you break it in half. You got 2 items.
Oh
so
no!
Like, you know,
Well, I mean,
2 for 1.
2
for 1. I mean,
like, couldn't you just like break a sword in half and you have 2 swords now?
wait. Say again, dude. Say again.
I said, isn't that the same for like any weapon? Like, you could just break a sword in half and you'll have 2 swords now instead of 1.
Yeah, if you can break a sword, good on you. If you can break a sword, you're living.
That's what I was gonna say.
And a second thing, how are you gonna hold the broken piece?
Yeah, you're just gonna
like,
cut
there's
yourself.
no handle.
Every time.
Just gonna rip your freaking hand.
He's gonna stab his palm and then break it off so that his palm is not the hilt.
Pull a quick Groot. Grow your hand like a tree and break your own arm. Or just stuff your other end into a tree.
You know, with the laundry detergent bottle, right? I'll just like hit the dude in the head, he'll die, and then I'll wash my hands and then just walk away. See, you gotta think outside the box.
Nah,
you gotta stay clean.
My house is gonna look like the house from Home Alone after that zombie apocalypse starts, bro. Just saying, the floor's gonna have marbles all over them.
And then, Pablo's gonna accidentally kill 500 survivors seeking shelter.
Yeah, right.
Whoops!
You're gonna apply cod stuff into the house, and then he's gonna slip on the marbles and just get murked. Oops! Anyways, thanks guys.
You're welcome.
yeah, thanks, man. All right. Anyways, thanks guys for listening. As the other dude said, please comment down below. What kind of bagel do you like to eat during a zombie apocalypse? Tune in next week where we talk about chairs.
Nice.
We actually talk about chairs.